Hi guys, it's LowEndFreq and welcome back to the farm series. Today we're doing a cow, breeder and cooker all in one combo. We've moved on from the chicken cooker from last week or the other week, and today we will be trying something a little bit different. This design is an enhanced version, if you will, from our boy Wattles. He did a bigger one that you can see in the background over there. This one here is a little bit smaller. It's good for a single player world, I think. I mean, the other one is too. You know, if you don't need something that big, I think this is the farm for you. It really cranks them out. It really comes down to how many cows you've got up in the top section. It really is a good little farm, and it gets you the beef and the leather, which is important for a couple of reasons. I mean, beef is good for a food source, but leather's also good for books if you haven't come across a stronghold or anything, or librarians or whatever. But it is a handy resource to get your hands on early game. Okay, so how the farm works. So over here you've got two chambers essentially. So the bottom one being the collection / killing chamber, and the one at the top is where you've got the cows breeding. The beauty about this one here is you can turn it on and off. So if you're short on cows, which you likely will be at the start of the game, you flick this switch and it goes into breeder mode. So what you do is you make your way around the back, you climb up here with your wheat. I can just show you quickly. You go off and feed the cows and you breed them up, and what will happen is more cows will get added into this section here. So something like 10 cows tops is all you'd need, maybe a little bit more, a little bit less wouldn't hurt, doesn't matter. Breed them up till you got healthy numbers in there. You could go right up to 20 plus really in there. Once you've got the number of cows that you think you need, then you flick this switch. There's some trapdoors in there that open up, and only the little cows from that point on will drop through into the collection area. As you can see, there's a couple in there that have dropped since I just fed them. Okay, so items you'll need. So you'll need about a stack of your block of choice. It can be any of your choosing. About half a stack of glass or less. It's up to you how you want to decorate it. A chest or a barrel. I prefer a barrel for this build. Now you could use a smoker or a furnace, up to you, but two of each. Again, they're not necessary, but they're a good little decorative piece. You'll need about 6 stairs, about 14 ladders, 7 trapdoors of your choosing, about 8 slabs, wooden slabs, 2 buckets of water, some torches. You need 1 hopper. You'll need some redstone, about 13 odd pieces, a lever, and then these ones here are optional, but you will need some wheat to get some cows, I guess, up there, unless you're building this in creative, and that's why I've got the spawning for a cow, and an optional item frame, just so you can, put the sword there like I have, if that's your thing or whatever. And a redstone lamp. Now it's not necessary, but it does help you determine whether the farm's on or off, but you don't need it from day one, that's for sure. So I'll just pause it here, get your stuff, and we'll get on with the build. Okay, with the dimensions up on the screen, this is a 5 by 7 by 9 build, so the footprint's, again, not too big. So once you've got your stuff, let's get on with it. So find the center, and you'll put your barrel there. Now go around the back, and just put your single hopper into that. Now get your trapdoor. And then you just put that on top of the hopper like so. It doesn't matter how it opens. We're keeping it closed anyway for the sake of the build. So once you've got that, it's time to start framing it up just a little bit. So put a brick either side like so. Come around to the back. Go 3 wide. and then 5 wide from there back. So all the way to the back for now. So far it should look like that. So now's a good time to get out your smokers or your furnaces. I'll use a smoker. Maybe not, I'll just use a furnace. And put it just above the barrel, either side. Now get your slab and put that just at the top half of between those two furnaces. Should look like that. So now get your block of choice again. I could use big block. And just come up by 2 either side and at the back as well. Okay, so this essentially will be the area where the cows get pushed in by the water so you can actually access them. Once you've done that, it should look like that from the back. Okay, so now it's time to get your glass. I'm using white frosted glass this time, but feel free to use whatever you like. Now get your glass and start with your glass walls. So just come out on the diagonal and it's 3 by 3 on each side. Okay, once you've done that, get your block of choice again and we'll start wrapping it around, just giving it some form. So, and at the back, let's go like so, 3 blocks up and 3 blocks up again, and some glass in the middle so you can see what's going on. So now your structure should look something like this. Okay, before we close it off, let's get some water in here. So you'll need just the block in each corner like that. Get your water out. Put one up there and one up here. Now you'll see the water stream, it's pushing it all in there. So the cows will bounce around in here, but eventually they'll get pushed into this little chamber here. So once that's done, we can start closing it all up. Okay, so now get your glass again. And put one on top of the slab. And then go back one either side just to fill it in like that. So if you look from above, again, that's what it should look like. Alright, so once you've got your glass in, it's time just to cap it off. Just like so. So once you've closed it up, now it's time to get ready for the cow section. So just with your block of choice again, just build a line across like that. And this is where the cows will sit, or stand, I should say. Now it's time to build the enclosure for the cows. So with your block of choice, just go up by 2 on each side of where the cows are standing, would be standing. Now get your stairs. And you'll need to place them upside down on each side, like so. So what this does, it allows adult cows to stay up here, but the little cows to fall through. So you'll never get large cows falling into your collection area. So once you've got that, we'll just come around to the sides and get with your block of choice. We'll just put 3 either side of those upside down stairs. And this is where we'll put our trapdoors. So once you've got those, grab your trapdoors, and what you'll need to do is go on the inside, and on the bottom half of that block that you just placed, put your trapdoors like so. So they should just be sticking up from the blocks where the cows will be standing. Okay, and just leave them closed like that. So once you've got that in, now it's time to just block it up with some glass or a solid block, whatever you like. I like glass so you can see in. And that is pretty much done. Believe it or not, that's almost all the hard work done. So the last thing remaining is to get the cows and the redstone. Okay, so with your block of choice, let's just create the ring for the redstone and where we'll put the lever. And that's just as simple as putting some blocks on the side there. Now you can be fancy and put stairs there if you like. It's up to you. Redstone can be placed on that in any case. Okay, so now get your lever and we'll just put that right in the center there. Now with your redstone, just do a ring around the side like so, up on the 3 blocks that you placed either side. Excuse the birds out there, they're very noisy. Okay, so once you've got your redstone in place, you can just test it out by flicking the switch and you should see it light up. And if you go to the side, you'll see the trapdoors are now open, closed, open, closed. As you can see, I haven't used the redstone lamp. It's completely optional. You can come back and do that if you like. But again, it's entirely up to you and with the resources that you've got at hand at the moment. But we'll keep it down for the time being because the next thing will be to get the cows up there. Okay, now onto the cows. So if you've got a couple of cows lying around, great. If not, just try and lure some from around the area. All you'll need is your piece of wheat and that should be easy enough. Now the quickest way to do this is just to build a staircase to the top, and that can be done just with some bricks like so, or temporary blocks. Doesn't have to be bricks. That should do it. Now let's go get some cows. So I've got some over here. I'll just break that lead and break that one. Break a little bit more then. So the cows should follow you with wheat. No problems. And now it's just a matter of getting up. So I'll do this as I would in survival. So coax them up here, a bit like the chickens last time. So there goes one. He'll come back up there. Get him up here. He or she up here. Will he, she? Oops. They'll fight for position and just bump them in. Just remember to crouch and you should be able to get them in that easy. Come on. Can be a bit fidgety at times, but you'll get them in as you saw before. There you go. And what you'll do at this point is just probably start breeding them up if you've only got 2. If you've got more, get them in there. Now's the time to do it because we'll seal this up so you'll never have to do this again. Another good tip, or a good tip, is if you've got name tags, it doesn't hurt naming them either. It reduces the chance of them despawning. But you know, if you've got 20 in there, it's probably overkill in any case, but you can breed them up if your numbers start falling down just because sometimes they despawn. But give them some food, let them breed. The trapdoors are down, so none of the little cows will fall down. Calves, I should say. So as you can see, he's just floating in there and not falling through. Okay, so once your cows are in there, now get your block of choice again, and all you're going to need to do is just put one on each side, and get your half slabs, your slabs, whatever they're called, and just create a ledge like this. So what this does is prevents you falling in next time you come up here to feed the cows. You won't fall in there and make a mess of it all. That's all that's there for. Right. Just feed them. There you go. Done. Now while you're up here, it's probably a good thing to put some torches down as well, just to light it up a little bit. Shouldn't need too much. Okay, I'll pull down this staircase and just finish off the build. So now you've got your cows in there. It's probably a good time to put your ladders on the side so you've got access to the top quite easily. And there you go. That should make getting up there a lot easier. And getting down. Excellent. Okay. So that's pretty much the farm done. If I flick the lever now, some of those little baby calves should fall down. There they are in there. So they'll just get pushed to the front. It doesn't matter how many are in there. They shouldn't drown unless you've got hundreds in there, but they'll grow by that stage in any case. But once they grow, then you can just get your sword and the rest is history. So I'll just go around to the one I prepared earlier. I think we've got some full grown cows in there. So I like the one that we just built. What you do is just come here with your sword. Now, the preference will always be to have a looting sword. It's not mandatory, but it definitely yields a lot more leather and beef. Another good buff to have on your sword would be a fire aspect, because that way it'll just cook the cow as well as dropping the leather. So you just crouch, get in there, and you can see the water's just pushing all the meat and all the leather into that hopper, and you can see it climbing there. So that's it, guys. I think that's a pretty simple build. You can go around and decorate it as you like. I'll always leave that stuff up to you guys because I'm not that great at it. You can make it look as good as you need to. Again, furnace or smoker, doesn't really matter. You don't even need it. If you've got a setup somewhere else, that's fine too. But again, it's just decorative stuff. It doesn't really affect how the farm works. But again, shout out to our boy Wattles for the design, for the idea. And hopefully that little redstone piece up there helps you out a little bit in any case. Okay, so there it is, guys. The cow breeder and cow cooker all in one. And we're done with that one. So if you enjoyed this video, please leave a like. And if you really like the channel, please feel free to subscribe. Comments are always good and always welcome. So let me know what you want to see next time around. I am thinking about doing a tree farm. There's also a pumpkin and melon farm that I want to do, and a cactus farm. But I won't reveal too many spoilers. But again, thanks for watching, guys. Really appreciate the feedback and all the likes that I've been getting. So I hope you guys are well. Have a great week and see you next time. I'm LowEndFreq. See you guys.